Hey everybody, so the intent of this video is to go through all the different places where you can purchase Lord of the Rings TCG. So this is going to be singles, sets, etc. So I'll go through everything ranging from eBay to a couple online stores to a place where you can find it wholesale to an introduction to the Facebook group. So I think a really great place to start is the player committee website. So they have so many resources on here of the how-to, so how to get started playing digitally, price cards, buy cards. So before getting started, I would just look at the resources they have on here. I think this is a really great place to sort of start, especially for new people that may not know how to orient themselves. They kind of break down a lot of the language, a lot of the rarities. So if you're looking for Lord of the Rings TCG to buy, this is probably the first place I would go. So let's move on to eBay. Everybody loves eBay, right? So how do I find Lord of the Rings TCG? It's just as simple as putting it in here, and there's 17,000 results. And one thing I'll say about Lord of the Rings TCG is there is a lot of it, and it can be really hard to figure out, what's a good deal or what's not. So for the same thing I did for the Star Wars CCG, I would actually go down to the show only down here and just put in sold items, sold and completed items. So that means you're only going to see what's been selling. So you can kind of get a sense of what the prices of things are, right? And so double shot is $5. So that actually seems a little low, but good for that person. So Lord of the Rings CCG, unlike Star Wars CCG, has a huge range of prices, and the game is still relatively cheap. Most rares are a buck or two. The expensive stuff are the foils, right? So, but you can still get complete sets. You can get sealed product for reasonable prices. So I would just, check out eBay. Always, buy from reliable people on eBay. I wouldn't buy from, a brand new account or something. But eBay has a lot of this stuff. It's a really big marketplace that has a lot of different kind of stuff for sale. So this would be my first place to look, would be eBay. So let's get into some stores. So the first thing I have here is a website called Hills Wholesale Gaming. So you think it's only for wholesalers? No, you can absolutely buy from this website. And they have a lot of sealed product. Sealed product literally meaning they've had, when Decipher went out of business, Hills literally bought up all the stock, meaning they bought like cases upon cases upon cases of sealed product. So a lot of it has dwindled over the years, to be completely honest. But for example, Fellowship of the Ring booster box, it's on sale right now, 99 bucks. This site is mostly for the US, so I think shipping outside the US is going to be expensive. So keep that in mind. But right now, you can get a booster box for maybe less than it was for retailing in 2000. So this game can be very affordable. So you also have a Mines of Moria, which is a little more expensive. That's the second set. I'm tempted to buy some booster boxes right now, except my wife would kill me. These are also great starter, the starter decks. You can literally, buy two of these and play against one another. So this is just a page to look at and think about putting in an order. I personally think getting a booster box of Fellowship and then a couple starter decks, preferably from that block, is the best way to kind of like learn how to play the game, and then also a lot of fun. But I'll leave that up to you. So that's Hills Wholesale Gaming, which is wholesalegaming.biz. And as a bonus, they have a whole bunch of other dead CCGs. I don't know what kind of warehouse these guys must have, but it must be huge. So let's move on to CategoryOne. So CategoryOne, I think I've talked about them in my Star Wars video, but they have a lot of stuff. They sell singles. Scott, who runs it over there, has a pretty good selection of stuff. I've bought from them. I will say that a lot of things are increasingly out of stock, especially rares, because there's been an increase in interest, rightfully so, because this is a great game. This is also a great looking game. So there's been a real increase in interest, and so this is a great place if you just want to buy some singles. Like I said, a lot of the rares seem to be out of stock right now, but that's because there's demand. So I think this is a really great time to getting back into the game. Especially before the Amazon show drops. So CategoryOne Games is a really great resource, and you can kind of see they have a huge range of sets, as well as some foils. So great place to buy some singles. Moving along here, Wild Thing Games. So Wild Thing Games, they also, I don't know if they just had a connection with Decipher, the company that made Lord of the Rings, but these guys bought so much Decipher product. So they used to have some of the rarest of the rare. I mean, they even still have a lot of foils, like rare foils and things that might sell for more on eBay or just available here. Look at this. This is a foil uncommon from Mines of Moria, $2, right? So I just completed my Mines of Moria set, and I used Wild Thing Games to get some of these cards. A rare foil for $3. So this, of course, if you're looking to collect all 122 Mines of Moria foils, this can be expensive. However, it's still pretty affordable, and they have quite a bit of stuff from a range of sets. And I'm going to do more videos on how to navigate all of this, how to think about all of this. So don't worry, more content is coming. It just takes a minute to film it all. So rares for 43 cents. It's pretty affordable in my opinion. So Wild Things games, I would say that both CategoryOne and Wild Thing games are more US focused, unfortunately. So if you're kind of thinking about shipping to Europe, maybe not the best one. I think they will, but it's going to be more expensive. And then they also have a whole bunch of other products, mostly dead CCGs, but a little bit of other stuff. So that's Wild Thing Games. The next one, CCG Obsession. So I've actually never bought from these guys, but I've been told that they're a pretty good place. So it's like they look like they have just a whole bunch of stuff here. So you can see their inventory, the pricing on stuff. One of the things that's so difficult is so much stuff is sold out, right? Like a double shot, $15. They're sold out because people, want them. And you can see this is what I mean about the game is still relatively cheap. Elron, which is a notable rare, for $240. It's not a ton of money. Obviously, you're buying 4 of them, it can add up. But there's some stuff on here that, Isildur's Bane, the One Ring. This is probably sold out. No, looks like I can't click on it. But this is sold out and probably should be priced a little higher. But this is another great website, ccgobsession.com, and then you can go through and see. Looks like they might have buy lists as well. I'll let you guys check this stuff out. So it looks like maybe if you're looking to sell, this might also be a possibility, and not dealing with eBay or whatever. So another resource there. Moving along, CCG Castle. So I've heard good things. I've also not used this website before, but it looks like they have some singles. Looks like they have some foils. Let's see if they have some of the anthology boxes in. Looks like they're all out, sold out. But let's see if we can get some decks maybe. So it looks like a lot of stuff is sold out, unfortunately. So this might just be a place mostly for singles. See if they have a complete set for sale. It does not look like they have one Wraith card complete set. They want to get this one for $370. It's a little expensive, but maybe you want the Wraith card set. I think I value this closer to like $250, $300. But there is some stuff. So it looks like they have singles, foils, etc. I'll let folks peruse this. I don't want to sit here and prattle on. Looks like they have some Black Rider booster boxes. And that might be the only sealed product. Oh, they also have a Shadows box. So that is ccgcastle.com. And they have a bunch of games here. So I'm moving on to one that is supposed to be good for Europe, which is Card Game Geek. Like I said, I've not bought from them, but I've heard that this is a good one for our friends in Europe. So if you just look here, you'll see all sorts of stuff. Looks like they have it broken down by, foil and non-foil. Like many of these websites, stuff is sold out of stock. It's really hard to keep these in stock, I think, because there's definitely demand. But if we look at Siege of Gondor, we can kind of see. And I'm sure I'm missing a lot of other retailers as I peruse this, and this is not intentional. So this is great. Yeah, a bunch of singles on here, priced at a variety of ranges. And if I'm missing any retailers, I do apologize. This is just, I asked folks for a list, and this is what people sent me. So I'm happy to add folks in, in the comments if I miss somebody. So cardgamegeek.com, and they looks like they have a whole bunch of card games, but this is a site that's supposed to be really great for specifically Europe. And then lastly, I just want to introduce the Lord of the Rings TCG page on Facebook. I don't love Facebook as a place. However, there is lots of stuff that comes up for sale here. So if you're looking for a community, I would recommend joining this group because there's just lots of people on it, and there's lots of opportunities to buy and sell your stuff and get, talk with people. There's also a website called the Last Homely House, which is a forum run by the Players Committee. And I'm looking for where that is. I had it up in a window, but I would also think about going there. There's a Discord that you can join. So Discord's always great. And then they have other, play groups here listed. So the Lord of the Rings PC Lord of the Rings TCG PC.net has some just great resources. There's access to boards and all sorts of stuff. So I would highly recommend it. And then also checking out their wiki. The wiki is great. Oh, here's the Last Homely House, which has a bunch of great stuff. People are always buying and selling on here. And as I've said in previous videos, I have no affiliation with any of the people or the stores that I showed. It looks like there's a marketplace here where you can go and buy and sell things. So I think in closing, this is a great time to get into the game. There's a lot of good treasure to be found. There's a lot of people leaving the game. There's a lot of people coming into the game. It's really exciting. I think the Lord of the Rings TCG PC is doing a great job. I think this game is so cool and so collectible, and they did a really nice job on the art, and it's so thoughtful. And I'm hoping that maybe this video can help break down some barriers for how to get into this hobby. And I'm going to do more just talking about it and sort of how to get started. So thanks, everybody, and I'll see you next time.